Hello everyone, welcome to Keto Living. So today I had planned on having a totally different recipe for you today, but for some reason when I was making my little sausage balls and my little key lime cookies, the camera went on me, so I don't know. I didn't even know when it cut off. Then I tried to piece it together. It was a disaster. So I am filming what I'm having for dinner tonight, which I had planned on giving to you guys anyway. But I am making a keto lemon garlic chicken that is yum, and it's a really easy recipe because we are going to be putting it in the oven all in the same pan. So let me bring you down here and show you what we're going to be using, and then we'll go over to the stove. So hold on one moment. Okay, so we're going to be using a pound of chicken thighs. And this is a little less, probably about a pound, right at a pound. You're going to need the old standard S&P, salt and pepper. Now, I went ahead and did a lot of the prep work so it wouldn't take so long. In here, I have 2 cloves of garlic. It normally calls for 3, but my chicken thighs are a little bit smaller, so I'm just putting 2. And then 2 teaspoons of oregano. Both of these, like 2 teaspoons of the minced garlic that I get in the little jar, only has 2 carbs, and then the oregano has 1.5 carb for 2 teaspoons. Then I've got the juice of a half of a lemon, and then I put 2 tablespoons of water in there, and then I added 2 drops of my lemon essential oil because I only wanted to use 1 lemon in this recipe since it was just me, and you had to put sliced lemon in there. So I have the other half that I sliced up. Then you're going to need some olive oil, about 3 tablespoons. And then you're going to need, it's supposed to be a pound of asparagus and 1 zucchini. Now, I only did the spears, and you cut them in about 2-inch pieces. So I have about 25 spears in here that basically I just cut the tips of them off. And then 1 zucchini, split in half, and then split into half moons. So it's a really simple recipe, but we're all going to put it together, but it's got tons of flavor. And I'm going to serve this with a side salad. So let's move over to the stove and I'll show you how to put it up. Well, first of all, let's not do that. I'm putting the horse before the cart. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get the chicken in this bowl here. And we're going to pour in the lemon juice. We're going to pour in the oregano and garlic. Then we're going to put some salt and pepper in there. So I'm just going to eyeball. It's really salt and pepper to taste. Now, I don't typically eat a lot of salt, but when I'm eating chicken, I definitely want salt on there. And then I'm going to put some pepper in there. Now, you're definitely going to have to wash your hands after this. But then just go in here and massage the chicken with all the lemon juice and the garlic. You want it all over the chicken. Okay. Now I'm going to get my tongs and I'm going to wash my hands. And then we're going to go over to the stove. It's important when you mess with raw chicken to always wash your hands so that you don't cross-contaminate or worry about salmonella. Not to be honest with you, I don't worry about it too much because I do try to use organic chicken, but that doesn't mean that it will never happen. So just make sure that you wash your hands when you're messing with raw chicken. All right, let's move over to the stove and I'll show you how I'm going to put this together. Okay, so we're back over here by the stove. And I'm just going to heat up about 3 tablespoons of oil. I don't really measure it. I just Go around once, twice, and then 3 times. There's usually about 3 tablespoons of oil. And we're going to let this heat up a little bit. And just getting it to doused around in the pan. I went ahead and brought everything else over here with me because when we get it all done, we are definitely going to put everything in here when the oil heats up, and then everything is going to go in the pan with it. That's why I love this recipe. It's simple, it's easy, and I just call it my one pan wonder meal because everything's in one pan. Makes cleanup very easy. So, but you definitely want to get your oil heated up, because what we're going to do next is we're going to brown the chicken on both sides. Then we're going to take it off the heat, and then we're going to add all the ingredients in, and then we're going to stick it in the oven. Okay, our oil is heated up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken with all our juice and stuff in there, and we're just going to lay it down. And I usually do skin side down. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is I am using thighs that have bones and skin in it, because there's where the flavor lives. And I guess these were bigger than I thought they were. That's okay. This is the biggest pan I got. And so I'm just scooping some of the garlic out and the lemon juice on top. Now we're going to brown these a couple of minutes on each side. This is not steaming the kitchen up too much. But we're just browning this. We're just making sure it gets a nice little browning on each side, because it is going to finish cooking in the oven. And so when this browns, we'll flip it over and see what it looks like. Okay, so I just flipped it over, and then we're going to let this cook another about 2 or 3 minutes on this side, and then we're going to add everything to our pan and put it in the oven. And I'm not baking in my big stove oven today because it's been so hot. It might be September, and the summer might be coming to an end, but somebody forgot to tell us here in South Carolina that, you know, summer was coming to an end. And it's been so hot and miserable. We've been having thunderstorms every day. So, yeah, it's not been pretty. Anyway, so what we're going to do is just let this cook another minute. Okay, so now what we're going to do is turn the heat off. And then I'm going to add in our zucchini. And I'm just going to spread everything around the pan. And add in our asparagus. Now remember, this will cook down some. And then I'm just going to add our lemon slices around the pan. Okay? And then I'm going to take this straight to my oven over here. I don't know if you can see. I have a little oven over here. Well, it's not really little, but it's my Oster convection oven. So I'm going to put everything in there, and then it's going to sit in there for about 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, we'll take it out and see what it looks like, and I'll show you how I'm serving it. Be back in a flash. Okay guys, it's all ready, and this looks absolutely amazing. The chicken is all good, the veggies are good. So I'm just going to dish some out right quick and see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some of the veggies. Whoopsie. Probably a spoon would be better here, huh? I love zucchini and asparagus. And this is going to be enough for lunch tomorrow. And that's always exciting when you have leftovers. So, get some of the lemon. Roasted lemon is amazing too. Get some asparagus. Okay. And this is what we have. Doesn't that look yummy? So I'm going to put my pot holder and put this on the stove. And then I'll give this a little taste. Move that out of the way. Oh, yum. Ooh, that's hot. Get a little piece of chicken, a little bit of zucchini, a little asparagus. And let's bring you up here. It's hot. Mmm. Mmm. Y'all, that is really, really good. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try. It does help if you have a bigger pan, but this worked out perfect for me because I only used 4 pieces instead of like 6 or 8, a whole big pound. And it is really good. The zucchini is soft. The asparagus is yummy. What was on top is very crisp. So I do hope you'll give this a try. And don't forget to come back next week. Next week I'll be doing Philly stuffed bell peppers. Does that not sound yummy? Oh, and by the way, this recipe, exactly the way that I fixed it, will serve 4 people if you use, like, you know, a whole pound of chicken thighs. And it comes in at about 5.2 carbs a serving. So I hope you'll give it a try. And if this is your first time joining me, please make sure you come back and hit that subscribe button there. And don't forget to do the thing with the bell, you know, so you can be notified when I upload. So I hope you'll join me next week for some cheesy stuff. Steak bell peppers. It's kind of like a Philly steak sandwich in a bell pepper wrap. So I will see you all later. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.